Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
We are well.
Great.
We are well.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
All right, what we plan to do tonight, this will be a friendly 15-minute interview.
All right.
Each council member will have a question for you.
Excellent.
You'll have 15 minutes here, and so time management in your answers is your prerogative, your responsibility.
Yes, sir.
I want to let you know that everything we say and do here is recorded and will be on Bowie Cable TV at some time subsequent to the conclusion of the process.
Understood.
After the questions are over, at the end of it, we'll try to, if we have some time left, we'll give you an opportunity to have you give us, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Great.
And leave us with whatever message you think would be helpful for you.
All right.
All right, and with that, I'm going to start with Mr. Estep.
Great.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
The Sears location at Bowie Town Center is closed. The owners of the property are planning a mixed-use development for the site. What are your thoughts on the matter?
My thoughts on the matter with that area is that we need to look at growth, as far as rapid growth, and looking at how we are using our retail capabilities. I believe that we need to look at that area as possibly a corporate combination of both corporate, meaning that we can have a working, shopping, retail environment, kind of a diverse way of allowing us to look at maybe hoteling and other options that we have here in Bowie. We need to look at ways of being creative and allowing us to invite the other communities to see how we do business here in Bowie.
There you go. Mr. Marcos?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for being here tonight and your interest.
Thank you, sir.
My question deals with development also. It's a two-part question. How do you feel about going forward with residential and commercial development in Bowie? And what do you think the relationship should be between the county and the city of Bowie with regards to development?
I think it should be very strong. I believe that we at Bowie, we have the competitive edge. Bowie is a city that has a strong and rich heritage. And I believe that it's important that we show the rest of Prince George's County how to do business, meaning that we have opportunities here to, again, bring corporate businesses. I think we have a strong council. We have a strong city. I believe our growth shows our character. In other words, that we have an opportunity to really look at how our business is done. We've done things in the past where we've looked at maybe just retail, restaurants, but I think that Bowie needs to have a market where we have a corporate identity. That's something that I don't see that Bowie has. We need to have a strong corporate identity here in this city, and I think the opportunity is now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Dr. Trout?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Mr. Brown, for applying for the vacant position. My question is, what do you think is the most important issue in Bowie, and how do you plan to make improvements?
So I believe the most important issue in Bowie is, at this point in time, is safety. I believe the safety of our residents is most important. And when I say that, I look at it from everything from emergency management to our security environment to our sustainability of our business growth, our dedication to our residents, and making sure that we have given them opportunity to speak out and that we listen clearly as to what they're asking for. So with that, I would say safety, security, opportunities for our seniors as well as our youth in education.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Carter?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for coming out this evening.
Thank you, sir.
My question to you is, it's my opinion that local government is the most important level of government, and I'm asking you to explain whether you agree with me or disagree.
I fully agree with you. I think that our local government, although people look at it as being small, is great. because the opportunities start with small business, small growth, small cities, even townships where people's voices need to be heard. That way it gets on the national platform. But most of our issues are right here in our communities, and we at times see what's going on in our own communities because of the national press, the national issues that are going on, and it's time that we really take a strong look at our local communities. I believe that it is so important to have our city here at Bowie be on the front page of the Washington Post if it has to be, and making sure that we have a positive outlook, positive input, and we have great creativity when it comes to vote elections, voting, and our abilities to help our community and our residents. So I believe it's the utmost importance.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you.
Mr. Wolfley.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, sir, for coming out this evening. We appreciate your offering your services to the community.
Thank you, sir.
Speaking of which, to date, how have you chosen to serve the city of Bowie? For example, have you served on committees for the city, run for office, been on an HOA, PTA, or the like? And how will that help you represent your constituents?
Good question. So the answer to your question is, because of my responsibilities at a national level, I've been challenged to work at the local levels at times. However, I've worked with the HOA. I own a home in Woodmore Estates. I've worked closely with the HOA there. I've participated in volunteer work in community cleanups, neighborhood watches, working with the community and making sure that we can work with reducing our issues of trafficking and speeding going through that community. And then actually helping those who are in dire straits, where, in other words, you can notice your community when you have members of your neighborhood who are suffering, who are going through hardships, where I've gone out myself and cut grass, not asked any questions, but I saw a need and attended to that need. So those are the things that I like to do, from being a Cub Scout when I was young up to working with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. I believe in helping others.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. That was the easy part. Now, what we want you to do is just tell us a little bit about you personally, and then whatever thought you'd like to leave behind.
Yes, sir. So, again, I've been a resident of Bowie for almost 22 years, a resident of Prince George's County for over 33 years. I've loved this community. I believe in this community. I consider myself as a servant leader, meaning that I have devoted my life to serving others through the opportunities given me with my career and civic duties. From a Cub Scout, like I said, to as an emergency management leader, I've supported and helped this nation. I've helped citizens throughout this nation. I've worked on many committees at the national level in serving and helping, from medical readiness to preparedness operations. I've worked with cities on their business emergency response teams, as well as their citizen emergency and community emergency response teams, working with them to make sure that they have viable options. I've worked with the city of Oakland, the city of Philadelphia. I've worked with the city of Boston in helping to grow their emergency management programs and looking at how we can improve those things. So I offer that to the city of Bowie as well, and look forward to working with you in the future. I believe in improving the well-being of our citizens here in Bowie and in Prince George's County. We are a vibrant, prosperous, and rapidly growing and strong community here in Bowie. We have a strong market that has potential for diverse and mixed users. We are a community of choice. I believe that. We work and we will continue to work together to attract the right people and opportunities here in Bowie. I believe Bowie has a strong heritage that brings life to Prince George's County. I believe as a part of the dedicated city council that we have here, you gentlemen, I really appreciate the hard work and dedication that you have been committed to. You know, I also believe that Bowie has a solid footprint, which is effectively an increasing citizens' participation, which is so important. Our communities face the same concerns throughout the nation as other communities do. We have adversities, we have problems, but at the same time, I believe that we need to overcome these adversities. It's important that we do these things. Our community should reflect our character. We have a diverse and very strong character here in Bowie. We are a strong and stable community. We have a sense of safety, vibrance, and energy. And I thank the council for your hard work and wit for making that happen here in the city of Bowie. You know, we have great programs for our seniors. We have schools that have the potential to be the best in the state of Maryland. Right here in Bowie, our heritage can bind public education for generations to come. So I don't look at just the 21st century, but we need to move into the 22nd century. I believe that Bowie is one city that can make that happen, and make it happen now. You know, I want to be a part and continue to help build a community that is looking for a new way forward. I believe it is the city of Bowie. You know, I have fallen in love with this city and offer my heart and God-given opportunities and abilities to work with this distinguished council that sits before me right now. And I appreciate, again, the hard work that you've done, not only to work just to meet expectations, but to exceed expectations. I believe that we can do that working together. I see it, and I feel that it is happening now. You know, people have so many choices here in Washington, the Washington metropolitan area. You know, where to live, where to work, where to shop, where to invest. The answer is Bowie. The city of Bowie is the answer. You know, tourists see Washington as our seat of government, but Bowie, we are progressive in our thinking and a people who believe in our just civil society. Bowie is a place that I call my home.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Like I say, we've got a couple more interviews to do, and
Okay.
hopefully we'll wrap this up quickly.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir, for your interest, and thank you for your commitment.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.